Hi, my name is Dr. David Fears, and I'm a life coach, an author, and metaphysical teacher. But I'm just one of the many, many teachers here at the School of Multidimensional Healing. This school was founded by visionary Jerry Woods with the passion for building a community that is helping to shift the consciousness of this planet. The School of Multidimensional Healing is here to serve practitioners, students, teachers, and those who are becoming aware of the integrity, power, validity, and importance of the various modalities of alternative healing, as well as personal and spiritual growth. Learn about the vast array of classes, lectures, healing sessions, and our monthly fair at smhas.com. This show is called The Interview, Viewing Within, as opposed to interview. And it is our intention to showcase the people behind the professions, behind the titles, certifications, and degrees. And our guest today is JoAnn Goodsell. Hello, JoAnn.
Hi, David.
How are you?
I'm great.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Now listen, JoAnn, we're going to dive right in. Okay, so what is your modality of healing? Talk about that.
I have lots of modalities of healing. I don't practice one specifically now. Kind of like everything I've learned has brought me where I am today and exploring different opportunities. Some of the things I do are hypnotherapy. I do a spiritual response therapy. I do a sacred Gaia ascension healing.
Okay, before we go to the rest, talk a little bit about each one of those.
Okay, hypnotherapy I think most people are familiar with. It's,
like if I was a smoker.
If you were a smoker, we could hypnotize you.
Or an all-night toker, yeah.
An all-night toker?
It's a 60s song.
Okay.
But I would come to you and you would do the process.
Right, do the process.
You would go within and, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
And then the benefit to you would be, all things being wonderful and good, you would stop smoking easily and effortlessly.
How cool. And the next one?
The spiritual response therapy.
Yeah.
That's, that one and the Sacred Gaia Ascension, I learned from two totally different sources.
Mm-hmm.
But they both involved Akashic records.
Okay.
And I don't know how to explain the Akashic records very good, except that theoretically is where all of our records and lifetimes and all of our accumulations of things are stored.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
how do you get to the records?
you just go and ask.
So you go within.
You go within and ask, and I work with the person, and I use the tools, the spiritual response therapy. I use a pendulum and some charts, and follow that, and it guides me to what is necessary for that particular healing.
So it sounds like so far you've only talked about two of your many modalities, but it sounds like something, or the energy of the universe or whatever, works through you. So you become like the...
Yeah, I'm a conduit or a channel. It's not me that's doing the work.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what about the third one?
And the Sacred Gaia. Yeah, it's a similar process, but different. Okay. Because I learned them from two different sources. And again, it's with this one, I work more directly, like with the person's higher self or master guide, to have that person's permission to look at your Akashic records and see what we can glean from there that would help you at this time.
Beautiful. So it's all about making people's lives better, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. In fact, before we go any further, your profession outside of the healing, the metaphysical healing, is...
I'm a registered nurse.
Hello.
Yeah.
What a combination.
Yeah.
So were you a registered nurse first, and then you found out about spirituality, or were you a spiritual person that became a nurse?
I think the best way would be I'm a spiritual person that became a nurse.
Okay.
My parents started going to the Unity Church when I was about 20 years old. And I actually became a nurse when I was 28, and I feel like Unity started on my metaphysical pathway. Yeah. And then I learned and dabbled and gotten to where I am today.
So do you find that your metaphysical training has helped you in nursing situations?
Absolutely. I feel I worked in neonatal intensive care for
the little babies.
The little preemie babies, or just babies that are born that are sick. Could be a term baby. I feel like I always tried to do my job the best way I could, but I know that at times I don't know if channeled is the right word or whatever, but
I was right enough for me. So
okay, I was given the information, and for whatever reason, I either double checked something or I saw something stood out that made a difference in that baby's life because I saw it, took care of it, handled it. I mean, I felt like it was by the grace of God that I discovered whatever it was I discovered in that instance, and it's like, how did I know that? And or how did that come to me? Or how did I know to check that?
How beautiful.
Yeah. So, and that's retrospective. I think sometimes I didn't know that
when you were in the middle
at the
of it.
time.
Yeah.
But now at this point in my life, I know that that's what was happening.
So, you know, it seems like you've got the nursing profession, which to me is, you know, very physical, and then you've got the spiritual practice, which is metaphysical. And so to combine those two, do you ever find yourself, you know, getting out of balance, or does it just complement each other so well, those two modalities?
I think for the most part they complement each other, and I think only the bureaucratic stuff gets in the way.
Okay. The rules and the what you can't do and all that kind of stuff. Okay.
And that's more just a general aside from doing business. I think that whenever you work for another company or something, you need to follow their guidelines and everything. So
you follow those guidelines, but you get those guidelines from within as well.
Yes.
Okay. So, how did you find the school?
I actually found the school by a friend of mine, Deborah Hookey, and she told us about it and told us about the Saturday fair.
Okay.
Well, I'm a nurse, so I work on Saturdays. I currently work for the American Red Cross.
Okay.
But where I work's only a few miles from here, so if I can get off by 3 or 3:30, I can get here in time to catch some modalities. And so what has happened for me is whenever I can, I come over, and my intention is to try something new whenever I come.
Okay.
Like I took Chinese face reading one time.
How was that?
It blew my mind. It was incredible.
I heard the teacher is awesome. What's her name?
Janet Woods.
Really?
Yeah, Dr.
Janet Woods. Yeah.
If
you don't know about Dr. Janet Woods, check her out. She's absolutely awesome. Yeah.
And I felt like it was right on. What she told me resonated with me, and it's kind of stuff I thought was true, but you kind of poo-poo it.
You got verification, though.
Yeah, you poo-poo it because it's about you.
Yeah,
so it was cool.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
And so, in taking the classes, though, have you taken any classes as well?
I'm taking, actually, I'm taking, I've been to the Monday night Atlantean Reiki Circle.
Okay.
And that also is awesome.
Did you mention Reiki as one of your things?
No. Well, I've actually taken the class, but it was more for information. I like the way it feels.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so in the way it feels, but has it done anything for you at different times? I mean, have you been out of balance and Reiki helped you get back in balance? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
that's
definitely.
Important. Okay.
Yeah, that's important.
What is your vision for the school? How do you see the school, or how would you like to see the school going forward?
Well, I see this school as a welcome place for anyone that wants to learn more about consciousness, spirituality, community. I like a lot of the things you said in the intro, and I mean, of course, I'd like to see the school grow, and it's already grown since I've been here. It's already doubled since I've been here, which is less than a year. So, and just allow more and more people to become aware of the power within, the ability to have a community of friends, that you can share ideas and people aren't going to laugh at you or think you're woo-hoo, you know, because there's a lot of validity, and I know there's a lot of power in things that are taught here, the things that are shared here, things that are learned here.
A lot of healing goes on.
A lot of healing.
Absolutely.
And not necessarily physical healing, but emotional, mental, spiritual healing.
absolutely. So, what is your greatest value? What value do you hold dear in your life?
Oh gosh. I never know what to say with this because there's so much I appreciate. I really think it's important to be joyful.
All right.
And have joy in your life every day, no matter what is going right or what you think is going wrong, because most of the time it's all going right. And you might not see it yet.
So JoAnn, it sounds like joy is a choice, can it be?
Oh, absolutely.
So no matter what's going on, someone could absolutely choose joy.
Yes.
And you know what? I've got an acronym for joy in my book. Just omit yesterday.
Just omit yesterday.
Just let it go.
I love that.
This, you know what I mean? Be in this moment. And I love that your word is joy, and your husband's word was happiness. What a household. Huh?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's great.
All right, so I just want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for being in my life, you and your husband. You guys are awesome. You know, before we leave, though, I know that there's a new modality that you're working on. I know it's in the beginning, but can you talk about what it is and how it's impacting your life?
Sure. It's another thing that's interesting, how that all unfolded. I've been listening to some CDs that somebody gave me, and it's from a recording in 2007. And then Roger says, hey, there's a class on Thursday night at Multidimensional that money grows on trees. I think we should go. I'm like, okay, I'm in. That sounds good to me. So we came to the class. I loved the class. And I ended up taking the 2 classes on Friday and Saturday, and just was only going to take 1, but I think I actually knew on Wednesday when I signed up for the class that I wanted to take the 2 days.
And the whole thing is called Access?
Access Consciousness.
And the class on Friday and Saturday was
the bars class.
Okay.
And that's like the basic or beginning class, and there's 32 points on the head. And one way to describe it is like reflexology on your feet helps your body, and the bars on your head help your life.
Wow.
So
beautifully said.
It's pretty cool. And I've just had the class Easter weekend, and
talk
I feel
about
like
being resurrected.
Exactly.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it was really good. So
JoAnn, you're awesome. I want to thank you for sitting for this interview, and you're a good interviewee.
Thank you. It's a pleasure,
Blessings.
David. Thank you so much.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.